All right, last lesson for the week, and that's on dilations. We've talked about other transformations. Those are called rigid transformations because they keep the shape exactly the same. Maybe it twists or slide or flips, exact same size of shape. Dilations are actually a little bit different. Dilations actually change the size of the shape that we're talking about. Now, actually, a really common place where you find this is with eyeballs. And I was going to put an image of eyeballs on here, but they were all like really creepy. So if you want to on your own, you can look up at dilated eyeballs. Nope, it was a nope from me. So you can we talk about eyes dilating. What that means is that if it's really dark, the I don't know the technical terms. Your iris kind of contracts, and so the black spot in your eye gets bigger to let more light in. And then if you're in a really bright area, you step out into a sunny day, your iris will the black spot in your eye will actually get smaller. It'll dilate, so it dilates bigger, smaller, bigger, smaller. You could actually do this in the mirror. If you stand in front of the mirror, close your eyes, hold them closed for a little bit, and then open, you'll see your eyes kind of adjust and your eyes will dilate. So that is a place in real life where we see dilations. You're welcome to try that out or Google dilated eyes on your own. I wasn't a fan and I didn't feel like forcing you to look at dilated eyes. So dilations, here's just an image. We're going to move real quick into the IXL here, but the idea here, if you ever watched, what is it, the Grinch, at the end of the Grinch, it talks about how his heart grows three sizes, and that idea is a dilation. It's kind of expanding out. It's getting bigger. It's the same shape but different sizes. Okay, same with like the zoom feature on your cell phone. You can zoom in or zoom out, take a picture, zoom in, zoom out. It's the same shape. It's not like the shapes are like changing or anything. They're just getting bigger or smaller. That's the whole idea of a dilation. It's not going to change the shape. It's just going to make it bigger or smaller. It might move it a little bit depending on where you're dilating it from. Bigger or smaller is really the big idea here. Now, let's take a look at this IXL. So the IXL really asks you one of two types of questions. Early on, it's going to ask you one of these. It'll say, hey, look, is this getting larger or smaller? Now, you have to be careful here. Notice, a green shape is a dilation of the black shape. So the black shape is always your original shape. So did this dilation enlarge, make it bigger, or is it a reduction? Did it make it smaller? Well, look, this should be a reduction, right? This black shape turned into the green shape. It got smaller, so that's just going to be a reduction. Okay? Now, that's one type of question. The other type of question, which will be throughout most of the IXL, is going to be something like this. And actually, let me set it up so I can write on the screen here. Let's go back to the hearts. Now, it's going to ask for the scale factor. And what that means is they want to know how much bigger or smaller is the new image compared to the old image. And it looks really complicated. It looks like it'd be difficult to figure out, but it's actually quite simple. Let me show you. What you want to do is you want to pick the smallest side on both shapes. So remember, I always start with my black side. So this side right here, that's just at one block, right? Now let's look at the smallest side here on my new shape, the blue shape. That is a size of 2. And what we're going to do is we're just going to do new shape over old shape every time. So 2 over 1, or that's just equal to 2. So notice I've taken smallest side and smallest side, and then I put the new shape over the old shape, and that'll tell me what my scale factor is. All right? So let's try another one here. So my old shape, smallest side has a side of 1. New shape, let's count these boxes. 1, 2, let's see, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 on the side here. And so same thing, new shape over old shape, 5 over 1. The one thing you have to look out for is sometimes you do need to reduce. Oh, it's actually, I see, that's what you get for not reading the question. It was asking, is it bigger or smaller? This one's getting bigger, so we'll do that. Here we go. This one is the scale factor of the dilation. So once again, notice my big shape here is actually my old shape. So I'm counting this up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then over here I've got 1, 2. So new shape 2 over old shape 8 I can reduce that to 1/4. And so that's going to be my final answer. Not 4, just 1/4. Right, if it's getting smaller, your answer should be a fraction. If it's getting bigger, your answer is going to probably be a whole number, but sometimes it turns out to be a fraction. All right, so that's your assignment. I think you're supposed to get to a 90 on this one. Once again, check your checklist. It'll have the exact score that you need to get to. But that's what we're doing here, just so that you can identify and do some basic things with dilations.